Hello everybody, and welcome to the Subsonic Syndicate Holiday Bonanza. I'm your host, Honest Scribe, and this is my character, Krellin. Thank you so much for having me. So, since this is supposed to be a Christmas special, I initially wanted to do it on an icy planet, but, considering how 2020's been, I thought this volcanic planet was more appropriate. Oh, I'm sorry, Rudolph. So, basically, I've kind of named this planet after Krampus because, you know, it just makes me think more Krampus than Santa. If you're not up on your European folklore, Krampus, back in the day in German countries, not companies, though I'm sure German companies probably celebrate Krampus too. But anyway, he is Santa's evil counterpart, where if kids were naughty, he would either stuff them into a bag or a basket and throw them into the mouth of hell. Which, I kind of wonder if that's where the expression going to hell in a handbasket came from, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to research. So, yeah, as you can see, Krampus is not very happy about us being on his planet. We've got a firestorm going on, at least nothing actually is on fire, so that's a good thing. So, our mission today is to bring some Christmas cheer to this godforsaken planet, whether Krampus likes it or not. And we'll meet plenty of cute little animals along the way. Personally, I'm kind of thinking about building a base up high somewhere. Though, I don't know, we might end up having to build it in a valley, because basically the main thing I'm looking for is flat ground. And I'm also wanting plenty of trees, because I think bases are really sad when it's nothing but flat ground and there's nothing else around them. And it looks like evening is approaching. Either that or this is just one really gnarly storm. I'm not sure which it is. And I'm not sure what it'll be like to find flat ground either, because as you can see, the terrain here is really rugged. I mean, I guess it would be after being blasted by volcanoes all the time. You know, I gotta say, I like a lot of these little red rocks that are glowing. They're very cheery, kind of Christmassy in a way. They're like, well, they're kind of like the kinds of ornaments I'd put on my tree. They're cheery, but they're just a little bit grim at the same time. I actually have a black Christmas tree with candy ornaments on it. Can't be too saccharine, right? Now, this is an uninhabited system, or otherwise we might actually run into Krampus, because some of the Vy'keen are pretty similar looking, actually, with like all the horns and stuff. Now, Krellin's like the least Krampus-like Vy'keen you're ever going to meet in both personality and appearance. But a lot of them, it's just like, are you cousins? You could pass as his cousin. Ooh, I kind of like this little spot. Oh yes, I do like it because we have several volcanoes in view. It's kind of sheltered on one side. You got all these trees and the glowing rocks. Okay, I think this is it, guys. This is where I'm going to put my base. Somewhere around here. Ooh! And it looks like we have the opening to a cave here. Let's see. No, it's just a hole in the ground. That's disappointing. I like having bases with caves on the property. Nice and homey. It's like having a basement, or a dungeon, or something like that. Yeah, I think this might be the spot. It's not perfectly flat, but from what I've seen of this planet so far, I don't think I'm going to find a perfectly flat spot. Plus, since this isn't an inhabited system, I'm not very likely to find the flattened little plateaus that they more or less prepare for bases. It's kind of nice that the Vy'keen and Gek everybody are just like, you know, an interloper might want to set up camp here. We should probably have a few empty bases set up. Okay, now just to find exactly where I want to plot my computer. Okay, I wound up somewhere different than when I came in. Well, where was I? Okay, so I remember... Okay, I think this was initially where I was. Yeah, I like this spot, so... Since that's just a hole in the ground and I don't think anybody's using it, I'm just gonna cover that up because I really don't like it being there. So, base computer, I'm gonna kind of put it over in these little trees and stuff so it's out of the way. Okay, and I'm going to make my computer yellow. Oh, or let's make it that. That matches well enough, I think. And, ooh, I like that. That's cool. Well, I hope there's no prior claims. It's an uncharted system. I would be kind of nervous. It's like, now, wait a minute, who else is on this crazy planet? I mean, like, Krellin wouldn't be, because he's a Vy'keen. Vy'keen can punch their way out of almost anything. Okay, I want to enable auto power, because I am too lazy to build a power system. So, let's see, let's call this... And I might rename it at some point, but, you know, working title, more or less. Yeah, he's happy about this base. Alrighty, so... Now, if this wasn't a volcanic planet, I would make it probably a wooden cabin. That was initially my plan when I was going to do it on a winter planet. But, since I'm pretty sure it'd go up in flames in 5 seconds... and having a log cabin as a result would... Whoa! Hi, buddy! Why, thanks for stopping by. I like it when the neighbors stop by. Okay, to be named after Krampus, did you know you're just adorable? Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna eat one of the other neighbors. Ah. Well, that just happened. Okay, yeah, definitely he's Krampus's dinosaur. Look at that. Who does he go after? The kiddo. He did not go after one of the adults, though that one did, but this one is just like, yeah, I got a kiddo for Christmas. Though honestly, I don't understand the whole point of that. I mean, like, okay, so, yeah, I get that, you know, parents were, like, threatening their kids to be good, but at the same time, Krampus, if you were doing this to evil adults, I'm pretty sure it would be considered a public service, and people would be like, oh yeah, Krampus, he's cool. Okay, so I'm using cuboid realms because to me they're one of the most versatile building blocks of this game. Because there's a lot you can do with these. Because there's multiple types of windows you can put on them if I'm remembering correctly. There's a lot of different doorways and stuff. Oh, and I should probably put a landing pad somewhere. I think I'm going to put the landing pad right here, actually. Sorry, Rock. Okay, so what if... Okay, I'm going to put some more of these guys here so I can cover up that hole, because if we had anybody visiting for Christmas, that would definitely be a safety hazard. And I am wanting to build this to where, like, you know, like, the freighter crews could have their families here for the holidays or something. We're a very family-oriented fleet. Okay, and that is bugging me. There we go. Oxygen, not that the Vy'keen needs it. I just can't help it. Those dinos are so cute. I would love a stuffed animal like that. Actually, I have a better idea for that. Well, maybe. Hang on. I don't know. I'm just gonna focus on making the landing pad first, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of this building's layout. Okay, so next, we're going to need a door, because otherwise I can't actually attach the landing pad to the building. And I prefer these hollow doors because... you know, there's just a lot fewer steps involved in building them. And for me, simple is definitely better. As much as I admire the people who can recreate bases and scenes from movies in this game, I'm actually a bit more of an explorer, so as long as I can just have fun with the exploration, that's what I care about. Hang on, let's see. I'm confused about where this is. Okay. No, wait. Okay, hang on. Maybe I should switch to first-person mode. Sometimes that's a little easier to build in. Okay, let's go. And I will be changing the color scheme at some point too. This is just to get everything situated where it's supposed to be. I was kind of hoping to... Here we go. And no, you did not place it right. Well, I guess I'm moving my door. Yeah. Well, sometimes it just doesn't like the terrain, and that's why it does stupid stuff like this. Or maybe it's user error, and I'm the one being stupid, but you know what? If a computer can be blamed, let's blame the computer. Oh, come on now. And delete. There we go. Alright, so I guess it just wanted to save the pretty rock, and that's pretty cool actually, because I like it. It's like a Christmas ornament. Summon my ship, because it lights up and it's pretty. And also, too, if there's any local pirates, they won't land here if they see somebody else's camped out. You know, I think what I'm going to do right here is go ahead and put some clear cuboid rooms. I was thinking about putting a Christmas tree inside, possibly, but at the moment I'm actually kind of thinking about putting one outside. Or, I don't know. I'll just see what happens. Okay, so now we have a nice little glassed-in porch area where you can look out and see the volcano and the trees and the pretty glowing things. I love this planet. Now, I want to try something, because, whoops. Okay, I might put myself back in third. I don't know, let me just see something over here. Hello, Mr. Dinosaur, or Miss, or Mrs., or they. I have no idea. Okay, so now I'm going to go to lights. I want to see if I can actually decorate these trees, or if I have to build a tree to decorate. Okay, so we've got a pink light. We can decorate the trees! Okay, that's what I'm doing. These are going to be our scorched Christmas trees. Okay, let's see. Pink and blue. Let's go with that. Those are the main colors of my current Christmas tree sitting right next to me, so... Well, I know these aren't quite your color choices, Krellin, but they're mine, and I'm the one piloting this episode. Okay, that's gonna be really cute. So, how to make a volcanic planet a bit less hellish? Just add lights to the trees. That by itself is going to add some cheer. Okay, there's one tree decorated. It's not stunning, I'll admit, but it's better than it was before. Oh, and I think I'm going to put a yellow one right at the very tippy top. So that's gonna be our star. Yes. Alright, that's cute. I like that. Now just to do that with several more. I'm not gonna do all of them. Maybe not. Or I might just always speed through this part and get back to you later. Or whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh, dude! And you can't scan those, but he liked our Christmas lights! Oh, that's awesome. See, we have so many people wanting to come over to visit now because it's nice and cheery and... Oh, dude, I'm so glad I was filming when that happened. Well, so... It looks like we already have somebody checking out the interior. Well, it's not decorated yet, but I hope the specifications are to your liking. Yeah, what I'm actually wanting to do is make this multiple stories. I'm not sure if I'm building up or down yet, but I do want like space for guests and things. I think he maybe built underground for that. Well, I hope you like it in there, little buddy. I wouldn't say get yourself a snack, but I don't have any nutrient processors yet. So, next on my list, I was going to figure out what's going on inside here, but let's see if our little buddy will kindly exit or not. Hi, buddy. And he just ran through the glass, as the animals do in this game. So, yeah, it's not overly Christmassy in here yet. I'm not really sure if I want to make this, like, a big, like, cabin for families to stay in, or if I'd rather just have it be something that would be good for one family. I'm kind of thinking one family because normally when I try to make something really big, my game starts glitching out on me a bit, or I just forget what on earth I was doing and I wind up with these awful looking structures that have no purpose whatsoever. So I'm thinking I'm going to make it 2 stories with a loft, and then a nice big viewing area right here, and who knows, I might even be able to put some Christmas trees and stuff. Not over there so much because we have a Christmas tree out the window, but maybe right here? Little dude, you're going to have to move. I'm doing construction here. Yes, you. It's okay, I'll let you visit when it's done, okay? Okay, another glass room. One thing I've learned with my No Man's Sky building, sometimes you're better off just starting with the general plan and just going with it, because sometimes I've planned things really extensively, and then because of the terrain or my own lack of skills or whatever, it just doesn't end up working out. Okay, I think this is going to be a nice little area. Ooh, yeah, I like this. Red, it matches the planet, it's festive. Ooh, I actually really like that. Not that red's my favorite color or anything. It actually is. I love red. Red and black, 2 classics that look good with almost anything. There's a reason why the supervillains tend to look better than the superheroes, because they know this design secret. See, like the red and white, doesn't it look like a candy cane? It's so cute. Okay, so now we have the basic structure, and I'll probably be adding things to the roof to make it a little bit cheerier, but for now, let's focus on rooms and decorations. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the kitchen right back here. You kind of have like this nifty little area off the entrance. I mean, okay, so you could possibly put storage and stuff. And I am thinking I will probably put some hazard protection, because even though this is creative mode, I mean, for verisimilitude, it might not be a bad thing to have. And yeah, sorry for short people. Trust me, I'm short, so I realize how frustrating that top one would be. But if you got a Vy'keen staying with you, just be like, hey buddy, could you get this? And I'm sure he'd help. And let's see, maybe another little area of herbs here, or maybe we want storage for cooking equipment. So let's go to decoration. Here we go. Here's a rack where you can keep your own spices while you're staying here, or your own equipment or whatever. There we go. I think that's a nice little kitchen area. Kind of cramped, but you know, it's not, I don't think it's bad for what you're getting here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and expand the rest of the building out that way and start working on rooms. So once I have the main structure figured out, I'm going to come back. Right, so I went ahead and expanded both the upstairs and the downstairs. I went ahead and added some storage for like shoes or coats or whatever here, or if you just wanted to store extra luggage. And I also have the downstairs more or less figured out as far as the main structure goes. So you have a hallway with 3 bedrooms, all of equal size, because if you have a family with children, or even just a bunch of adults who can barely get along, you don't want a bunch of them fighting over who gets what room. So, little peace of mind for your holiday. And then through here, we just have like a little extra room for storage, and I'm actually thinking about making this one a bathroom. So I saw a way you can make something that looks more or less like a toilet with one of the lights, so I'm going to go ahead and try that and see if it actually works or not. So let's see, I think it's the lab lamp. Maybe? Okay, so what did I see? Maybe it was something else. I am just gonna go ahead and put a ceiling fan up here for verisimilitude, or maybe I'll put it on the wall actually. Right about here. There we go. And I am not actually sure what they used as a toilet. I know I saw online where somebody had made one. I'm fairly certain the lab light was part of it, but I don't remember how they did it. Okay, well, just as a stand-in for the toilet, I'm gonna go ahead and put one there until I figure out how to actually make it. This would literally be one of the least appealing bathrooms ever, but this is just temporary until I figure out what to actually do with this crazy thing. Okay, so if you gotta use the bathroom of the cabin, I'm sorry, but you gotta be behind a wall of shame. But it's better than having everybody walk in and be like, hey, what you doing, man? I want to figure out what I'm doing with one of these bedrooms, and then I'm, again, in the name of equality and less family drama over the holidays, I am just going to do some general decorations. I'm thinking maybe 2 beds per room, far apart, in case you have kids who hate each other. Now, personally, I hate televisions on vacation, but I think I'll go ahead and include a TV just because that seems like a pretty standard thing if you're going to be renting out a property. Hey. Okay, now this one I'm actually going to make white because I'm going to be putting some decals on here. Specifically, you're going to get a Christmas blob. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the blob of Christmas. You're welcome. Isn't he cute? Or she? Or shem? I don't know. Again, blobs are confusing. You know, actually, I don't really like that in white. Let's see what other color I could make it that wouldn't clash. I don't want it to be green because the blob is green, and green on green just wouldn't look good, at least not to me, so let's see what I can do here. Huh. Oh, cool! I didn't know you could do that. Okay, that's really nifty. I had no idea you could actually make murals with multiple. Huh. Well, that's nifty. But I want to be able to put furniture down here, so I'm not actually going to do that today, but I'll remember that for future builds. What do you know? You learn something new every day. Okay, so, for the television. Again, I don't get the point of watching television when you're on vacation. To me, the whole point is to experience new things. But again, this is pretty standard for hotels and rental properties, so I'm going to go ahead and include them. Okay, so admittedly, this seems a bit like wasted space. Maybe I'll go ahead and add a rug. That'll tie it together a bit. Kind of something I learned from playing The Sims 4. If your room doesn't look quite right, add a rug. That makes most things better. Now, hopefully this doesn't make the room glitch out on me, because I've had a few times where I've tried to add rugs, and it just, the game decided it did not want to let me walk through the room. So let's see what it does. I can walk in here, yes. And that is hideous. That is completely hideous. Okay. Maybe if I just go ahead and make it green, let's see what happens. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, admittedly this decor is kinda gross. Maybe if I made everything blue instead, let's see. Because if I make it red and yellow, it'll probably look... I don't know, it's kind of fun. And I said not to do that, and what do? I go and do that. Because I am just that talented, folks. My talent is terrifying. Or maybe my lack of talent when it comes to this game. Okay, let's try to get it. Wait, I don't know. I'm halfway decent at this game at least, because I have multiple saves. I actually have a legacy save that's from 1.0, not because I played the game at launch, but because at the time I had no internet, so no way to update the game, so I just played 1.0 for the longest time, and since I came straight from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 4, I was completely happy with it. Now I'm on PC where I can mod it, so it's been a lot of fun. Okay, I'm thinking I like plants in the rooms, so maybe if I was to put a plant over there of some variety, that would kind of tie everything together. Even though in real life I am allergic to almost everything that grows, clearly I was designed for a different planet. Which is why I like, whoops, way too big. Okay, let's make you smaller. But I think that's why I like putting so many plants in my games, because, you know, it's escapism. And bizarrely enough for me, decorating with a plant is... Oh, wow, we're getting... Did putting the plant there do that, or is it just the fact I have an oversized TV? Let's see. No, it's just all of this. At least my game isn't actually glitching out. You know, I wish you could have, like, you could actually turn out the lights, or have, like, an auto off or something, like they do on The Sims 4, because I don't like this much light being on all the time. I mean, especially as somebody who actually cares about conserving energy a bit, it drives me insane. Phew, what kid would be able to sleep in that room? Okay, well, that's room number 1. I am going to go ahead and make some other rooms, probably in different colors, just so you know there's a bit of variety, and it doesn't look like this is some weird Christmas cult. Oh my lands, guys, I was decorating a bedroom and I had an epiphany about what they use as a toilet. It's an octa cabinet, so let me get rid of this guy. and size this down. Now I'm still not completely sure how they made it look like a toilet, because the one I saw online, I don't think they had just used an octa-cabinet. But in any case, here is part of the toilet. And yeah, it's kind of convincing, I guess, because there's the blue. And it's kind of in a toilet shape, I guess. But hey, better than nothing. So yeah, you can sit behind your crate of shame with the fan going and drop all the Christmas logs you have to, or whatever eggnog happens to do to you specifically. Alright, so I had added some windows to the kids' bedrooms. Unfortunately, when I got down here, I realized you can't really see out of this one. So I know in the other rooms, the kids are probably going to be arguing about, you got to sleep in the bed by the window last night, it's my turn, unless you have a kid who's scared that Krampus's pet is going to bust through and kill them. In that case, they might be arguing who gets to sleep over there. But in the argument of fairness, I am going to go ahead and use my terrain manipulator. I forgot I do need my HUD for this part. So let me go ahead and enable that just long enough to do this. Scatter blaster, mining beam, terrain, mine, create, flatten. Okay. There! I don't know how much you can see out of the window now, kiddos, but now you can see out the window and you can see Krampus's pet who wants to eat you. Merry Christmas! Okay, so actually the view out the window isn't bad. I mean, yeah, you got a mound of dirt to look at, but you also get to see the Christmas lights, and then from this bed you get to see the pretty little rock thing, and if you go to the end of the bed you can see the Christmas tree and you can see those lights, and you get a lovely volcano out there. And honestly, how many kids are going to complain about seeing a volcano? I work at a library. You wouldn't believe how often the books about volcanoes and stuff go out. So yeah, I think kids would love that. Oh, and if you're wondering how I got the voice lady to shut up, I'm actually using a mod for that. I will include a link in the description. It has become a must-have mod in my load order because, you know, especially with the new update, I like to be surprised by the storms sometimes. So, okay, so the idea is that this is going to be the master bedrooms, because the idea is that two families could stay here. Okay, so I know it's not much. This isn't 5-star accommodations by any stretch. Actually, you know, I could always bring this out here. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm going to do with all this space, because I also have a bunch of space down here. Alright, so I will make the bedrooms a little nicer, because actually, in a few of my family bases, I actually have a really cute way of giving people privacy in these larger bedrooms, and since this is a Christmas themed build especially, I think it's going to be really appropriate. No spoilers quite yet though. Let me get the walls up and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so now we have the beds set up. Now I'm going to show you how I actually create some privacy for these bedrooms with the nice open doorways like this. Okay, so we're going to go to foliage, and then I like picking bushes or trees or something. I actually really like these pine trees for this. I think they're really cute, and they have all kinds of sizing options, so you can even make a couple rows. I want to go ahead and make these red. Let's just... oh, they're so cute. So you have the first row, not even like extending it out a bit like that. And then if we move back, then we're going to size the next row a size smaller, and we're going to fill in the gaps. So not only do you have some privacy, but you got a cute little fantasy forest in your room too. How cool is that? And especially since, you know, this is a Christmas themed getaway, it's very appropriate too. Alright, there you go. Okay, so it's peeking through the ceiling a bit, but I have ceiling caps on, so nobody's gonna notice that. Let me just make sure it's not peeking through the floor really quick, and then we'll go do the other one. And we got roots showing. That's the only bad thing about this. You know what? It'll be fine. If the kids in here are arguing too much about the beds, tell them it's Krampus's claws, and if they don't behave, he's going to reach down from the ceiling and snatch them. Alright, so now we have another cute little winter forest for your privacy. Seriously, I would love to stay somewhere where that was their solution. Oh wait, I did forget something that's a standard feature in any Vy'keen house you go into, because most of my fleet is Vy'keen, and well, I mean, it is a Vy'keen building this, so no master bedroom is complete without the weapons rack over the bed. So let me go ahead and add that in there too. You know, actually it makes me wonder, what do Vy'keen tell their kids to scare them straight? Okay, now I'm still trying to decide exactly what I want to do with this space. I am going to go ahead and put some plants here though, so that way, you know, nobody runs off the edge. And and for that, I actually like using some of these little dwarf palms, because, you know, they're mini and super cute, and I don't know why it doesn't want to put them in some spots, but oh well. So I think I might make them actually green, unless that just ends up looking atrocious. It's not very festive, is it? Let's just go ahead and make them red. Why not? Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a poinsettia almost. Okay, so there we go. Since you can't add railing with the cuboid rooms, there's a good solution. At least I think it is. Look how cheery it is. I guess I could have put something along closer to the edge too, but at least it does its purpose. Okay, now we have no lights down here, which is kind of by design in a way, because I am going to put a nice big Christmas tree right here. So, again, I'm going to get one of the pine trees. Let's see, what color do I want to make it? Oh, let's just go ahead and make it red. And then I'm going to be putting... Oops! I might want to keep a better eye on how big it's getting. My bad. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so maybe I don't want to make it bigger at all. Okay, or maybe just one here. Okay, so it's sticking through the glass a bit, but... Alright, fine, I'll make you smaller. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, it actually was the right size. Now, things look better in threes, so I'm going to give it... You get 3 Christmas trees for the price of 1, and this one's going to be a bit smaller. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can add some lights to these. If not, then I have another idea to bring some light into the space. Why did I close out? Ooh, that looks lovely with the sunrise. Look at all that red. Okay, so you can nestle lights in the leaves. I'm not going to use as many lights as with the other ones. Now, I want to make sure this is on the... It's wanting to put it... Fine. We won't have a, quote, star on top of the tree because it's not going to let us. But I think having just some lights inside is going to be good enough. And sometimes good enough is okay. There's nothing wrong with good enough as long as you're happy with it. And yeah, there's not going to be quite as many lights as on the trees outside, because these are a lot smaller. There we go. I want to hide that blue one a bit now. Okay, blue. Or there we go, that's not so bad. I just didn't want that yellow part showing. I mean, that orange part, because it's gross. It's still kind of wonky though, isn't it? Because the rest of them are so well hidden. There we go, that's good. You can see it peeking out a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, you can't make the lights any smaller. Well, this one is going to have a nice big blue light there. I'll probably only be able to put like 2 or 3 in this one, and then over here it's going to get a green light. And then over here I'll go ahead and make it pink. There. These are going to be really cute at night. Okay, so this one I want pink in the front. And then we're going to have blue towards the back. There we go. And how about green this way? Here we go. Even in the daytime you can see there's some light glowing from here. Every base needs a happy little blob. Isn't he cute? I love watching these little guys. They're just so happy and they make calming little noises. And I would ordinarily move the blob closer to the center of the room, but the thing is, on Christmas morning, everyone's going to want to come down here and open presents. There's going to be kids on the floor, there's going to be a pile of presents over here, or I don't know, there might even be adults on the floor, because, you know, who doesn't want to live their childhood Christmas memories? Assuming you had happy ones. If you didn't, I am so sorry. But hopefully you can start making some happy ones this year or in the future. Alright, so that is going to be cute, I think. So, since I now know this is not going to be dining, I think maybe I'm going to put some tables with chairs up here so you can have a breakfast and stuff, because I don't have any spaces like that downstairs. Okay, so yeah, okay, the kitchen is downstairs, which is going to make this a wee bit inconvenient, but I did my best. Okay, so this is a little bit cramped, but don't complain, Krampus will get you. Would you stop sinking it to the floor? It's so annoying! Okay, there we go. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm just gonna go with it. Why not? Somebody gets the weird chair. And I think you probably know who in your family would be the one to get assigned the weird chair. It might even be you. I don't know. Alright, so I think I need to get rid of these little guys. Because I'm not really seeing. There we go, that's better. Now you can see all the cute colors of the lights. And, wow, I think basically the cabin is done. Let me go outside and look at it. Okay, I have some more things I could do. Like, what about let's stream some Christmas lights? That sounds like a good idea, actually. I don't think I can do it in a continuous stream on here, but I should at least be able to put them at the junctures here. We'll see what happens. So, here I am, adding Christmas lights, and Krampus is not very happy about it. I still haven't actually seen Krampus yet. We might have to go hiking on the planet again and see if I can find him, if this episode isn't running too long. Alright, so I'm trying to wrap the Christmas lights around here, and two of Krampus's little pets keep trying to get in my way. They might just be trying to be friendly, but considering they're Krampuses, yeah, you know what you're doing, look at you. You don't want these Christmas lights, do you? Or are you just watching? I don't know. Is Krampus mean to you? Do you want to come home with me? Do you? Huh? I love these dinosaurs, they're so cute. I think this one's just being friendly. I don't think he's ever seen Christmas lights before. Slowly but surely, we are bringing cheer to this planet. We got another one! Oh my goodness! Oh man, I almost didn't get it recorded too. Something told me to leave my camera on. Did I listen? No, but hey. We got 2 visits by sandworms, and they seem to love that stand of trees for some reason. Alright guys, well what do you think? So there's... well, you can't see them now, because every time I want to film these things, Krampus starts in with the storms. But in any case, there's the Christmas lights across the front. Yeah, so I do have to say, if you were to stay on this planet, it would definitely be a very non-traditional Christmas vacation. Most people would be wanting to go where the snow is, or maybe like someplace nice and warm like Florida. I don't think most people are wanting to go through these firestorms like this. But, you know, if you happen to have Vy'keen in your family, or you're like a Vy'keen, it might just be like the normal trip to you, or it might even be a fun challenge. Oh, okay, I gotta look at this little baby. He's so cute. Oh my. And he killed a baby something. Is that a new one? No, that's a Hotel California prisoner. Okay. But you're eating dirt. Honey, you still don't understand the food chain, do you? Doll, you're just too cute. Krellin will not be saying honey, by the way. That's something I say to these little creatures. Okay, he finally figured out what food is. Good job. Hey, Krellin, do you want to feed this little guy? Like, yeah, this is completely off topic, but... Okay, what's your bait again? Synthetic worms. Oh, you're too cute! Even eating that thing. You know, actually, it's already eating. So maybe just stand here and become friends. You know, these carnivores are surprisingly calm. They haven't tried to attack us yet, but they're also really willing just to let us hang out. So it's entirely possible that they only target beings that are smaller than themselves or significantly smaller. And in that case, most humanoids are going to be okay on this planet. I would still watch any kids you happen to bring with you or any small gek. I suspect for some reason they would probably try to eat them. But they haven't tried to go after the gek-looking things, so most humanoids are probably off the menu, which is good to know. Okay, Jurassic Park time is over. I have got to get to work on this roof now. Let's see if I can actually do this with Krellin up front and center right here. Now, normally I don't tend to build with the character showing like this because I find the game doesn't like... For me, I have trouble placing things correctly, but we'll see what happens. So I don't really want to... Oh, well, there he is! Oh my goodness! Ah! Oh my goodness! He came so close, and Krellin's just standing there like, whatever. Oh, that was awesome! Oh my lands! Oh, okay. Whoa, look at him diving into the volcano over there! Oh my lands. So apparently this is just his route. But maybe he likes returning because of the Christmas decorations too. Here's hoping, because that's a pleasant thought. In any case, I like how much wildlife is lingering around this base. I think we can say that even if I don't get the roof looking the way I want it to, I think it's safe to call this mission a success as far as spreading some cheer. Okay, let's see here. What if actually, hang on, instead of making like an actual garden, I think to keep the base complexity down, I'm just gonna put a few of these guys in the colors of the Christmas lights. And there we go. Alright, mission accomplished. We have managed to bring some Christmas warmth and cheer to a very desolate planet. Okay, as far as the actual literal warmth goes, I don't think they're lacking in the heat department, but coziness. Coziness was what we were going for. If you want to visit this base, please be sure to enter the coordinates in the lower left corner in the portal of your choice. This is actually in the Euclid Galaxy, so if you're in another one, you might want to get a Huber or whatever you want to do to come here. I'll probably continue to add things to this base as I learn more about building, and thank you a lot, guys, for having me, and especially thank you, SniperTooth6363, for inviting me to do this video as part of your Christmas celebration. And happy holidays, everybody!